Hey everybody! I clicked the buttons in the wrong order there, so that's obviously going to look very good when the VOD goes on YouTube. So, yeah, more Subnautica, because I'm surprisingly enjoying this game. Like, just occasionally I get the urge to scratch that survival game itch, and Subnautica's actually fulfilled that function quite nicely. I mean, I did play a lot of Minecraft over the years, and I kind of burned out on that a little bit. And then I've touched one or two other survival crafty games, but no, Subnautica's the first one in a while that's genuinely kind of grabbed me. And not because it's, I think because it isn't just kind of endless looking for stuff. Like Minecraft is great in that there's building material everywhere, and you can just build whatever you want and do whatever you want. But then it kind of comes down to, well, it's all off the back of your own motivation, if you like. That the game itself isn't necessarily driving you forwards. Subnautica is very much more in that vein. There's more of a, like, you could probably just endlessly swim around and build gigantic bases, and if you wanted to do that, you can do that. But there's also a bit more oomph to it, if that makes any sense. So since the last stream, a couple of things. I mean, during the last stream, I found the necessary blueprints for making the moon pool. At least I think I did. Or did I complete that after the last stream? It might have been after the last stream, actually, that I finally got the moon pool, the fragments that are necessary. So I've got the moon pool. I'll actually do a little thing around the base, and more importantly, I found that last Cyclops engine fragment, so I can now build a Cyclops. That's what we're going to do. We're going to build a Cyclops, and we're going to go exploring with the Cyclops. I'm probably not going to have anything available to upgrade the Cyclops, though, because that's rather expensive. Oh, this, by the way, yeah, I was feeling a bit silly last night. So, yeah, I discovered a wreck that gave me picture frames. So, you know how you can, in the PDA, in-game, well, if you don't play the game, you won't know this, but there's like an in-game picture function, and you can actually upload those to the picture frames, and then if you particularly like them, you can then kind of export them to Steam as well. So, yeah, that's quite nice. So, yeah, the other thing was these wall planters, which look alright. They've got a single space in them, and then a second type of plant pot. So, yeah, it was a nice little find. So let's go for a swim outside, show you the base. A series of tubes. So I made a couple of modifications. I shifted the observatory dome there, just because, it gives a nice overview of the base from the inside. And more importantly, moon pool, and the legs are actually working correctly. That's one of the things that is definitely buggy that you notice a lot, is the legs. So we already have seen these regular struts disappearing. These don't disappear entirely, but they sometimes render incorrectly, so they're only kind of going about halfway down. So yeah, I have the moon pool, and the moon pool means I could put on the modification station, which means I could customize my Seamoth, or as I've now called it, the AMX-40. There you go. I also have, somebody pointed out in the comments under the last video that you don't necessarily need this station to actually access the upgrade thing. It's literally a panel on the thing itself, and then you can stick things in the slots. So I was, for the longest time, sailing around completely unupgraded. But now I've got a storage thing, I've got the pressure compensator, which is one that we found, a hull reinforcement thing, and I'm not entirely sure if that's working or not. In theory it makes the Seamoth stronger, but I've still been taking collision damage from things bashing into me. And then the Seamoth perimeter defense system, which came in handy, very handy, last time I went out on a little expedition looking for blueprints, because I ran into a Reaper Leviathan, and it wasn't very happy to see me. Actually, I really wish I'd recorded this, because it was like heart-in-mouth stuff. So I got out the Seamoth, went to bash away at a limestone, one of the little nodules, turned around, and a Reaper Leviathan had stolen my Seamoth and was jerking it violently around. Now, it didn't fling it off down into the depths or anything. It kind of swam off a bit, so I thought, oh crap. Hurriedly swam towards the Seamoth, which, as you can imagine, was pretty badly beaten up. And managed to get inside before the Leviathan came back for another go, which it did. But unfortunately, because I had the zappy zap thing, I just zapped it in the face, which it didn't like. And then it tried 2 more times. So by the time I got safely back to base, it was down to about 20% repair. So I almost didn't make it back, and I almost lost it entirely and just, you know, got mangled by one of the big nasty creatures that you find in this game. So yeah, I really wish I'd recorded that, because it would have been quite entertaining, but it was all happening so fast, so I didn't necessarily feel like firing up Bandicam. I was just desperately trying to stay alive at that point. So yeah, it's very handy, because if there's one of those Reaper Leviathan things grabs you, normally it grabs the Seamoth and shakes it around a bit. Like, I've had that happen to me once before I had the defense system installed. And it takes off about 40 to 50% of your Seamoth hull strength. So, you know, if it happens multiple times, it's going to break the Seamoth, and you're just going to be left floating next to I came down here for a reason. An angry Leviathan. Oh yeah, food. I was going to get food. So, the fact that you can now immediately zap them in the face is good, because you still take some damage, but it's not nearly as much as you would have previously. Anyway, let's have a melon and a cup of tea. It'd be nice if at some point in the future, because you can grow with these plants now, if at some point you could sort of craft these into recipes instead of just, you know, eating raw potatoes and raw melons or whatever. But no, German somebody, they literally they grab the thing and you know, they shake it around and you're inside it. And it's not very fun. So, yeah, that's the base. Oh, the other thing I built, which I can't remember if I think it was built at the time of the last stream, but I don't think I actually showed it off. It is all the way over here. In fact, you know what? We can just sprint down the corridor. Why not? So we're going to have a little sprint all the way down the corridor. All the way down. Yeah, it's actually quicker to swim. But, you know, we're just going to do this. And you'll get some sense of quite how much corridor I've got. So, oh yeah, I moved the doorway over there, didn't I? So there's the geyser. I actually built one of the thermal plant things. The geothermal, whatchamacallit. So I've got power even at night, basically. I'm not sure how I check the... apparently these things can get damaged, and I don't know how you check the status of them. But either way, there it is. So that's quite handy if I need to build stuff at night. I'm never going to run out of power. Right, you know what? Should we just swim back? It'll be quicker. So, what we're going to do... What we're going to do is... Well, first we're going to sleep so it becomes daytime. And then I'm going to go and build a Cyclops, because I've done the grunt work already. I've gotten everything I need together, all the materials, and it's not even that expensive. I mean, it kind of is in that you need a lot of titanium, because it's 5 plasteel ingots, and each one of those is a titanium ingot, so therefore 10 titanium, plus it's like lithium, I think. Lithium's quite common, so it's common elements, but you need a lot of them. And then I've got the blueprint as well for the depth compensator thing, so that allows you to go deep with the Cyclops, which needs 10 plasteel ingots. So I'm going to need a butt ton of titanium for that. Where did I find the moonpool fragments? I can't even remember now. I think it was in a wreck. It would have been in a wreck. They're not... the moonpool's not something you can find kind of scattered randomly around the place, like you can with the Cyclops fragments, for instance. So, yeah. But you don't... I mean, you don't need the moonpool. The main purpose I can see of the moonpool is that you can then customize the Seamoth. It was nice to find it. Still haven't found the alien habitat thingy, the whatchamacallit. Yeah, I've got enough inventory space there. So, yeah, it's all this stuff. Advanced wiring kit, enameled glass, and lubricant. And we're going to build the mothership, the Cyclops. There is a pretty good wiki, which I think tells you which wrecks contain moonpool fragments. Valor 220. So, yeah, if you get really stuck, you can do that. Anyway, so, Cyclops. Oh, there it is. Just magically making it floating up in the air. That's pretty cool looking, I have to say. It's probably the only time you're going to see... Well, you know, it's not going to be floating in the air normally. What if it comes down with a big splash? Please come down with a big splash. Oh! Splash! That nearly came down on top of me. I think these little drones are trying to murder me, but they didn't quite do it. So there we go! Cyclops! Woohoo! I wasn't sure I'd ever manage to actually build this thing, but there it is. It's actually almost too big for this shallow sea zone. Yeah. Now, sadly, I don't think there's any way to, like, dock the Cyclops. That would be so cool if you could have some kind of docking module that you could then dock the Cyclops to. If you want to get in and out of the Cyclops, you've always got to use the thingy bay. So one thing I'm going to do is transfer the Seamoth over, which I know you can do. Which I think is this midsection. I think there's enough clearance there. We're going to do that. Yeah, it's pretty big. The Cyclops. It's not a small thing at all. There we go. There's my O2 tank. We're probably going to want to put some stuff over there as well, because I know you can build stuff in the Cyclops, and there's also various upgrades you can have for the Cyclops, but I don't know. I'm wondering if there's some kind of modification station inside the Cyclops that you can use, which is a possibility. So what we're going to do, I've got my builder's tool. I'll want to build... well, we'll see what kind of space we've got available. And we'll take some titanium over as well, which I'm kind of running low on because I used so much making those plasteel ingots. So that's all my titanium. Yeah, I think you get some storage lockers by default, but I don't think they're terribly big ones. So we're going to transfer the Seamoth over. Oh, also, I could do with... No, it's not in that locker. I think it's elsewhere. Anyway, never mind. I could do with getting the thing. The thing? The thing. The Sea Glide. Because I'll probably be actually needing the Sea Glide once again.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I did try the you can build a little torpedo launcher for this. And I did try... I've just noticed that's slightly banged up, so I'm going to give that a quick repair. I did try it, and the kind of the easiest to, like, there's two kinds of torpedoes you can build, and the kind of the cheapest default easiest to make ones are oh, here we go, boys, are vortex torpedoes, except they don't do any damage. They just kind of fling things off into the distance, which isn't that useful. So I tried using them a couple of times, and they're not even homing torpedoes. So I kind of gave up on those and went with the electric defense system instead, which is just so much more useful. So here we are. Here we are inside the Cyclops. Get the build tool even on the hotbar. And this looks like a space where you could probably build stuff. I think it's essentially like a mobile base, so any kind of internal fittings that you can put in other bases. So I could build Fabricator, for instance, or medkit, or I think you can even build like a grow bed. Although I'm probably more likely to go with plant pots because they take up less room. I don't need, like, a grow bed is pretty much, you can't like have a different shape of grow bed, unfortunately. But you could kind of fit one there. You could also have like a fish tank up against one wall potentially. An aquarium, but the thing with the aquarium is that it only holds the fish that you put in it. You don't breed fish with that. So here's the bridge with various consoles and things. I wonder if you can build stuff in the bridge as well. Kind of funny. I can on some of the walls, on the back wall, so I could have like planters with melons in and stuff like that. Aha! So we can do we can modify the submarine. So we've got the AMX-40. Oh, so this one is going to be called the Mouse. Mouse. It's a pity. Okay, we can change the colours, but we can't sort of see what that effect is going to have unless we're outside. So that's obviously the pilot station. I mean, we kind of just want it to be grey. And then we'll have, I don't know. I'm just gonna try some random colours. So we've called it the Mouse because of course we have. So that's the dock. We'll have a look back here. There's also a downstairs bit. So here's the engine bay, which has got 6 power cells. So you can swap out the power cells presumably. I don't know how. Oh, there's the upgrade station. I think the Seamoth has specific upgrade. Not the Seamoth. The Cyclops has specific upgrades. Because I've got the pressure compensator, the Cyclops pressure compensator, and I've also got reinforcement module, which is like a super pressure compensator. I don't know if I've got any others apart from that pressure compensator. I'm not sure any of the other Seamoth ones are compatible. What have I called the mini-sub? Only something awesome, little Mark. So, it's a bit narrower in here, but potentially we can still put on some of these wall planters. The wall planters, the little ones, they're not that useful. They've only got a single slot, but you can still put melons in them. But you can't put, obviously, the bigger trees. So this is going underneath the Seamoth, where we can actually get access to the power cell there. I don't know if this charges from the Cyclops in the same way that it charges the moon pool charges the thing. I mean, if it comes to that, I do like if what? There we go. That was a bit weird. I do have the power cell charger back in the base. Diving chamber. So that's the exit for when I actually, you know, still got that bald Cyclops button. So that just kind of automatically opens and closes when I'm nearby. So, yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so, if it comes to that, we have to come back to the base and just charge up those power cells from the base. But, yeah. So you've got these narrow lockers, which don't hold a lot, but I think potentially you could also build... I can get the hotkey up. Also build some actual, you know, some bigger storage lockers down here, for instance. So they look a bit awkward standing away from the wall like that, but yeah. So there's plenty of room to build stuff. So I think we'll start off by outfitting. We also want to see what colours we have. Oh, toggle internal lighting. We can stick the external lights on and off from here as well. So yeah, we need to bring some things over. First off, we'll maybe I'm conflicted. Should I do a grow bed? Because grow beds are it would be, I could have like one grow bed, or I could just do a whole bunch of pots. In fact, I could more easily do a whole bunch of pots in the same space that would actually give even more capacity than the grow bed, essentially. So I could build like a whole bunch of pots there. And then maybe some storage lockers up here. And maybe on this wall here I could build things like battery chargers and fabricators. Okay, the Seamoth does charge from the Cyclops cells. That's good to know. Right. We can, it's a bit finicky about how close it'll let you build to the wall, but anyway. Oh, and it does that automatically, which is kind of annoying. Right, so, question is, how many can I squeeze in here? Said the actress to the bishop. I'm thinking this seems like 4 plant pots. I could maybe have... Well, if I have a variety, because the bulbo trees, for example, the bulbo trees are quite good for hydration. You get like 10 water from each sample that you can whack off whack off the bulbo tree. Yeah, just get your minds out of the gutter, for goodness sake. And okay, it'll fit 4. But we could maybe stick another plant pot there up against the bulkhead. How does that look? It's not quite kind of even, but no, actually, I think what we'll do, have a slight gap in the middle. It's got to be symmetrical, goddammit, because otherwise, you know, what's the point of living? Yeah, if I do that, and then I'll have some of the other plant, the wall planters on the wall. If I can get that lined up. Yeah, you got to whack off your bulbous tree. Exactly, Ginge. That's exactly what I said. How much titanium have I got left? 4. So we'll need to then. I mean, we're gonna build all the stuff basically. Fabricator, comms ray. We possibly won't have all of the resources to build all of these things, though. We might have to move some of them in from the base, maybe. I mean, things like the battery charger and the power cell charger. I guess they'd have to stay in the base. I don't know. I just need more resources at this point, essentially. So, trying to. Well, but that you've got to be close enough to be able to hit them if you want to get the seeds back. Is that now? See, some walls are like this with the wall planter things. It kind of hovers annoyingly off them. So you know what? We'll just say build it there. So this is going to be, you know, when we're out and about and we need a snack. This is where we come to grab something to eat. And it's probably still hovering off the wall. It is still hovering off the wall, but you know, when you're looking at it from this direction, it doesn't necessarily, you don't see it that much. So we'll need to bring some plant samples over. And then I don't know. We need to like figure out where. I think I just need to go scavenging resources. So there we go. It's grey with a white stripe, and it's got mouse written on the side. I think that works. That works for me. That's good. So let's go and grab some planty bits. I'm sure I've got a computer chip pre-built somewhere that we can use for a fabricator. I am, as ever, critically low on silver ore. Okay, there's one. No. Must be downstairs. So it's one of the things that is a bit annoying in this game is storage. Oh, Cyclops power efficiency module. That was a thing I actually picked up from the Aurora, so obviously we can use that. Oh, and there's the Sea Glide. We were going to pick that up. Oh yeah, the mouse buffs for World of Tanks. Oh, baby. I mean, I don't necessarily think all of the changes are great, but the mouse buffs, I am down with that. So, okay, let's take some of these things over. Oh yeah, look at that. That actually is that paint scheme actually works quite well, I think. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just me. I'm not sure it's quite Panzergrau, but close enough.
systems
So,
are-
oh, yeah, the storage locks are downstairs, aren't they? So, can we even store the sea glide in? No, we can't actually store the sea glide in these things, but we can store the smaller things. Also, I should just notice how critically low on hydration I'm getting. Right, engine room upstairs is where we find the modification station. And the power efficiency what's it? I'm a bit disappointed. It still only gets 4 upgrade slots. But power efficiency now 400%. So the batteries are going to last even longer. Right, so I don't have anywhere to stick the Sea Glide for now. And we also don't have enough titanium to even build a storage locker, for crying out loud. So, yeah, seeds. We were going to grab seeds. And then I realised my inventory was full of, you know. There might be lots of just going back and forth to start with. I haven't played the test server, but I mean, that is a really good DPM. And the gun handling buffs are going to be nice. And it's just, I don't know, it's going to be suddenly, you know, it's not going to get any faster or anything, but those situations where it was already strong, it's going to be so much stronger. Right, I guess we'll stick the Sea Glide back in there until we actually get some storage that can handle holding the Sea Glide. Right, so we need we need a bit of bulbo tree. We'll eat a melon because I'm getting hungry, and we'll also whack a melon. So this is the melons can take up 4 slots, but they can also only take up the ones. Oh wait, no, I didn't mean to. Oops, never mind. Just eat it anyway. Yeah, you got to be able to get close enough to them to whack them. So transfer. I've got another one somewhere. So there's what, 3 planters? Oh no! Don't hit the. You can actually break stuff that way. So 3 planters for marble melon seeds. Got the bulbo tree. Chinese potato. We'll put, say, we've got bulbo. Yeah, we'll have, say, 2 Chinese potatoes, and then we can always do a lantern fruit just for decoration. I don't really tend to eat the lantern fruits, the lantern tree fruits, whatever you want to call them, because they only give you a tiny amount. But you know, for decoration, it might look quite nice. I tend to, mostly for the eating, I tend to eat the marble melons and the other things. So, okay, that's in terms of foodstuffs. I might add some decorative plants to it later on as well. Hey, Redman. Oh yeah, they buffed the armor as well, didn't they? It wasn't just the gun handling. They actually buffed the turret face armor. Right, so it's 1 seed, 2 seeds, 3 seeds. So I'm never going to go hungry, basically. Chinese potato, and bulbo tree, and lantern fruit. Now, hopefully this works. In that, you know, I should hopefully be able to. You know, that they won't just sort of clip in the way of each other. And if it doesn't, I might just, like, move the planters elsewhere, basically. So that's that done. Right, so, Fabricator. I think Fabricator's the next stop. Wiring kit, computer chip, 2 titanium. So we need more titanium and a wiring kit. And, what's that? Would that go down here? I might place some of these things down here because it'll be quicker to come in and out to access. Although if I come in and out via the Seamoth, I then have to, you know, run downstairs. Okay, you can place stuff on these walls as well. There's also quite a bit of floor space here, potentially. In fact, you could have like a tank in the middle there, couldn't you? I've never yet actually built an aquarium tank. Did German Hydro get nerfed on in warships? I think the only ship that would apply to would be the Prinz Eugen, and I would have to check. Red Man. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Right, so a wiring kit I can probably make right now. And then we will go and park ourselves. Because if I can, like, get the doings for a wiring kit and take it with me, that's kind of the basis of everything else. Oh, silver ore ×2. So, no, we don't. We need silver ore. So, I've got the computer chip. Is there anything else I want to take with me that I can... Well, I won't bother with a sea glide just now, I don't think. We've got food growing, which is the main thing. And with the still suit, we should be alright. I will take these bottles of bleach, because I'll be able to use the bleach to make water later on. I don't think we need anything else. So let's just go on a little expedition, and we'll gather materials and start kitting this bad boy out. If I can actually get inside. Right. Let's just plonk the bottles of bleach in there for now. And I'll just put those 2 bits of materials in there. So, turn off the external lights. Right. Okay, it's giving me lots of winky warning lights because I'm guessing it doesn't like how close we are to the seabed. Right, the surface thing's up that way. The module's somewhere to our left. I think I'm either bashing the module or I'm bashing the mobile vehicle bay. Oh, haha, we have cameras. Now this is cool. A button to press to toggle the camera light. Interesting. Conning tower, which goes all the way around. Oh, okay, that's a bug. It's kind of seeing all the items I've placed in the base underwater. Okay, I don't think that's supposed to happen. Okay, tail camera. Keel camera. Okay, so... Alright. I'm going to try not to ram the base, because that would obviously be a bad thing. Right, once we've... I can actually move along on the surface without doing the annoying bobbing up and down thing as well. Right, I don't know... it'd be super useful to have like a sonar thing to know how close the bottom is underneath you. I'm gonna drive around the base, kind of the long way around, rather than try and float over the walkway or the tube or whatever you want to call it, because I don't know what how far down the keel is compared to my position here. Also, with that power efficiency module, we ought to do quite well in terms of. I think that it gives you the warning light when you're too close, or when you're quite close to the bottom to banging on things. This is a big submarine. I like it. This is big. Hello, frame rate. Right, what I want to do, I think we're gonna head in the direction of the Aurora, because if you're close to the if You stick to around about the midsection of the aurora. This is actually a really awkward... Oh no, it's doing it from here as well. I can see all the stuff that's inside the base. I probably could have tried to back up actually, but then... Well then, what would I have... Well, no, I suppose you could use the exterior cameras. I didn't think of that. I'm just doing this the awkward long way round. I'm not sure how I see the hull, like, integrity as well. Right, we're not especially fast. I'm also kind of curious how well this thing does against, like, if Reaper Leviathans decide that you look tasty. Presumably they have quite a hard time. Okay, they're all growing nicely. We ought to have food available fairly soon. The frame rate, if anything, I don't know, since I've been building more stuff, and it's not even like the base has gotten that much bigger, but even when the graphics settings turned down, the frame rate does get horrendously bad sometimes. Let's turn on the exterior lights. There we go. I'm so used to it. When I'm in the Seamoth, I'm used to kind of pointing it up and down to be able to see what's kind of above and below me, but I don't think you can get away with doing that in the Cyclops somehow. Oh, hello, something's bashing against the hull. Right, we're kind of close to the back, but we're not, I would think we're not close enough to the area where the nasty spawns for it to be a problem. There's some debris down there. Let's have a quick check of the cameras. There might be something worth... Oh, it's so cool having the cameras. Is there any actual... It'd be nice if there was an indicator with a camera so you know what the forward and backward position is. I suppose you can look up at the hull and orient yourself that way. Right, there's no actual wreckage there, I don't think. And you also don't get the depth indicator when you're in this this view, which is sort of annoying. Hello, wonky frame rate. Oh, you can see the thrust coming out of the... that's cool. Only the Seamoth can turn quick enough that you can see your own wake. Right, I think... we kind of park ourselves parallel. Did I find the submarine base next to it? I've been... Ginge, I've been... I mean, do you mean the thingy base that you go inside and then there's like a moon pool? These are almost grown. Potato plants actually grow quite quickly. Ah, the marble melons actually are also... Okay, right, if we like whack one and pick two, so we get the seeds. So we can go nom nom nom. I maybe we should build another planter actually, because we're always going to have an awkward odd number of seeds otherwise. There was one bit of titanium left over, wasn't there? Let's use that one bit of titanium left over to build a planter, I suppose. Do another wall planter. So already, the marble melons they're growing quite quickly, fortunately. Already that's paying off. Oh, that's at a different height though. Oh, can we live with that? Can we? Oh. Well, I'll put the seed in it now. We'll let it grow at least first. Okay, so What have I got that I just don't need right now? I think probably we can stick the batteries in. Actually, don't want the O2 tanks. I'm just trying to, you know, maximize the amount of stuff I can carry. I guess we'll stick those 2 batteries in there. I could take the Seamoth out because I've got a little storage module thing on the Seamoth as well, but it's fine. Right, so we're just picking up salvage. Oh, hello, and we've had a little freeze. Oh, no. You know what? That occurs to me. It's been a while since we saved it. So, let's do that. So, yeah. So does the Cyclops... I have a question, because I know now there are a couple of you watching that have played this game. Does the Cyclops make you immune to the big, bad, nasty Reaper? Because the big, bad, nasty Reaper is big and bad and nasty. And a Reaper. Oh, we can scan that for the titanium. We also do, of course, want any silver ore we can lay our hands on. Well, I'm not sure this is a good place to find it. And, of course, titanium, like scrap, we do have to take back to the base anyway. Because we don't have a fabricator to actually... unless, well, I don't know, there's maybe enough fragments, come to think of it. There's maybe enough fragments that I could pick up that would yield actual... titanium. Right, we need some more. Oh, some more air. If I can get aboard.
Captain. All systems online.
So yeah, they're quite small, these lockers. You can only stick 3 2x2 whatsits in them. Right, so that's 4. What did we need? Oh yeah, silver ore. Silver ore was the thing as well. Well, it's going to catch up any moment now. Yeah, the Reaper Leviathan, I think it is the same, you know. The nasty grabby tentacle things. Well, you weren't here for the start of the stream, Ginge, where I went over how I survived an encounter with one in the Seamoth. Rather unexpectedly. And I was actually outside the Seamoth as well, and it came and grabbed the Seamoth while I wasn't in it. And I had to swim frantically after it, and got in just in time for it to come and grab me again. Titanium. But fortunately, I had my electric perimeter defense thingamy installed, so I just went zap. And that was that. Well, I say that was that. I had to zap it several times before it got the idea. I've actually like it took me ages to realise as well, but I actually discovered that what kind of thing you get from the little nodules depends on whether it's limestone, sandstone, or something else. Oh, here we go. That's handy. Just get some more oxygen from here. Anytime you like. That's very rude of you, Ginge. I mean, if it came along to your base, you know, why didn't you invite it in for tea and biscuits? Reaper Leviathans, you know, they need company as well. It's awfully lonely out there in the depths. He was probably properly miffed. He was like, "Hooray! I found a friend!" And then you snubbed him. It's just very rude of you. Excessively so, if I do say so myself. Right, yeah, this is a really good spot to come and get titanium because I've barely scratched the surface, as it were, in terms of the titanium I've collected from over here. Right. So yeah, we'll travel back to base, I guess. I think the Seamoth might actually... It probably would have been just quicker to come here in the Seamoth, because I think the Seamoth is quicker. But, you know, we wanted to take this out for a spin. It's great. It's basically a mobile base. There's no more room for... That's already full. It's got a random computer chip, so we'll just take that out. So, we'll take these back to base, turn them into titanium, and I don't know, just then go exploring somewhere else, I guess. Because this should be sufficient titanium for the near future, so the next thing is silver ore. It's really annoying when the game does this. It has crashed a couple of times more since, I have to say, and it's usually during those freezes. So we're going to save it. Somebody's making noises. It's a pity you can't exit through the top. I'd actually quite like that. You know what? We're going to... I might regret this. As an experiment, right, I'll save it. What's making those noises? Unknown noises are always kind of like, ugh, because it could be anything. Although usually it's just, you know, things that you've kind of stopped worrying about at this point, like stalkers or bone sharks. Can you, I take it with the prawn suit, you just kind of like plonk it in the same space. Where are we? I know we might regret this, but you know, I've saved it. I want to see what happens if we meet a Reaper. Hopefully not bad things. But if it is bad things, we've saved it, so it's fine. Oh, hello! Hey, birdie! Oh, God! It's so big! Oh, God! I don't normally go looking for these things. But apparently it's just kind of ignoring me. Oh, that's a bit scary. Yeah, having multiple people... Oh, I didn't mean to breach there. Hit the surface. Yeah, having multiple people in this game might actually be quite fun. I have been severely tempted. I've watched somebody playing an Astroneer stream the other day. Just the fact that that game already comes with kind of a multiplayer. Did it just swim into a rock? Or is that just the rock hasn't loaded properly? No, it looks like it's swimming inside a rock at the moment. Okay. Yeah, apparently they leave you alone. So we're now, I think... Whoa, hello. Why is everything all shaky all of a sudden? Or is that just from the wreck of the Aurora? So there's some stuff down there. I don't know if there's any salvage out at this point. It might be this is edge of the map and it doesn't like you going to the edge of the map kind of thing. Mind you, having said that, we basically sailed clean around the, was it the first, not the first stream, the second stream, the one I put the first VOD, as it were. Oh, that looks like some stuff down there. Some locker. Some salvage. No fragments of anything though. Yeah, we basically kind of went round the other side, but we did it on the surface with the sea glide. Now I don't know how. I've got 500 meters depth, so I don't know. That might open up stuff that I don't have already. Yeah, there's something weird about. You possibly can't see it at 480p, but there's just that little bit there. Yeah, it's rendering, even at this range, it's rendering the interior objects of the base when I'm looking from inside the Cyclops. I think it's not supposed to do that. Darth Gnome, I don't know if there are any... like, I know there's a site that does it for water tanks, but I'm not sure if there's a site that does it for warships. I've got clients more or less solidly back to the open... not open beta, the official launch of thingy when we went to... Was it patch 0.5.0? Right, so we're nearly at the base. Yeah, look at that. That is weird. Pretty sure it's not supposed to do that. Right, so we'll park more or less here. I think. That's fine. We could also grab something to eat. Right, oh yeah, that is going to make it a bit awkward. So you know what, we'll move those planters. I guess we'll pick up all of those. I thought it might look, you know, but it's just kind of in the way. So what we could do is have, say, a planter there and there. That actually kind of works. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Oh. Let me just repeatedly mash the right buttons and the wrong buttons in random order. So, I need seeds. And also I've got some food I can eat now as well. So that's good. I've actually kind of got a spare melon right now, but I don't know. I don't know if anything bad happens if you just massively overeat. Presumably it does. So that's my, you know, growing area, I suppose. That looks alright. So, is there anything else up here that I particularly... no. I would seriously like if you could dock this thing sideways with the base and then not have to just repeatedly move stuff out. Oh yeah, there's scrap in there. So let's transfer the salvage over. I don't carry any more. Oh, I left the lights on, but never mind. I think, I mean, the Seamoth gets like a power charger thingy. Which I assume the Cyclops does as well, like a solar power thing, so it will charge itself during the daytime. Docking is coming sooner or later. I kind of assumed that, yeah, that it might do. So, silver ore is what we're short of. Basically.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
That one's empty, that one's empty. Da da da. And then da da. Okay, that's all the titanium scrap basically. I mean, I can't build mods for this anyway yet. I'm not entirely sure what I need. If there's some kind of specific... I think there's a thing called a modification station, and I possibly need one of those before I can actually mod the Cyclops. Just wondering if there's any compatible ones here. Common modules. No, there's just Seamoth and Prawn Suit. And it tells you what they're compatible with. So I don't think any of the Cyclops ones can be made here. No, these are all... No. Okay. So never mind. Right, so... Right. I wonder if there's space... That's a silly thought. I wonder if there's space for a bed. Because that would be kind of useful. Actually, let's just take a bunch more titanium. And... I can build some lockers as well, can't I? If I get some glass... Some bigger lockers... Right, what glass have I got? That's 2 glass. Oh, I can't build more than that at the moment. Apparently, I'm out of quartz. So I can build some big storage lockers. I've not looked at the warships Reddit today, Malwo. So I guess I probably missed that. Right, I think we'll just build the storage lockers, the big ones down here. I think that would make sense. The only downside with these ones is you can't label them, so you just have to remember which one's which. Although I guess you could stick wall labels on behind them or whatever. Why won't that kind of... Oh, it's just a bit too close to the other one, I guess. Right, so... okay, that's a start. Although it looks a little unstable, you'd think they'd just, you know, you bank or turn too hard and they'd all fall over. But fortunately, the game doesn't do physics quite that accurately. Is there space? It's a bit of a silly thought, but is there space for a bed? Maybe. God, that takes up a lot of space, though. But, you know, if you really wanted to have a sleep to get the daytime to come round. Oh, no. It's completely skew-if. It's a pity you can't build like a... Not a bunk bed, but you know what I mean? Like a cot rather than a full-sized proper... Right, does that doesn't block the door or anything, does it? No. So that kind of, you know, obscures that bit of wall, but I can always just put some decorative planters there or something. And then there's this bit of space here as well if I wanted to... Hell, I probably could do a proper planter bed there, but I don't think there's much point now. So I've still not decided where I'm going to put all the fabricator and things. I think I probably will put them downstairs, to be honest. So, what else can we do? What else have we got? What I'll do is I will... I guess I'll transfer some titanium over. Just so we've got some titanium about the place. I'll take a bit of some other materials as well. I probably don't need any uranite actually. I keep finding lead and I've never needed it for anything, so I don't know if I specifically do. Right. Well, I suppose, yeah, you could. A double bed would be a bit of a squeeze cyber, but the point is you're all alone on this planet unless you wanted to try and sweet talk a Reaper Leviathan into your bed, which might be a bit tricky. So, yeah. Not sure I'd want to try that myself. Right, okay, I'll stick that there for now. And come to think of it, I probably don't need to carry the cured peepers around with me anymore. I can stick them in that storage locker for an extra space as well. So, quartz and silver ore, basically. I think I'll go and swap a lot of batteries over. Make sure all my tools have got fully charged batteries. And then we'll go and do more expeditioning. Oh, yeah, you need to actually take the batteries out first, don't I? That'll be useful. I should probably take... Mind you, when the power cells go, they'll go all at once, won't they? I just have to keep an eye on it and make sure I come back and always have plenty of power cells. Right, so... and that's 54%, so we'll put a fresh battery in there. And that's 96%, that's fine. Laser cutter. Guess we'll 76%, we'll stick a battery in there as well. Right, the other tools are all in the thing, so that's okay. Right, so those batteries are all charging, and then I think I've got 2 spares on the... you know what, we'll just take the other 2 batteries there. Right, so... let's go and, yeah. I wonder if I can... I just had a thought. Can you deconstruct? Because there's a fabricator and a medkit thingy on the escape pod, as well as this. The comms relay. Can you deconstruct? Ah ha ha ha, you can! You can deconstruct the stuff that's here? No. No, you can't. It says you can, and then you can't. What a tease. What a tease. Ah, I was thinking, it comes up and makes out as if you can, and then you can't, so, yeah, okay. No. That would have been a really, like, lazy, quick way to actually get the components I need, but no, apparently it won't let you deconstruct the stuff from the escape pod. Because it's mean like that. Right, silver ore. I have really no idea where a good place to go for silver ore is. I might have to look up the... it looks so weird. Look at that. You can see all the cabinets and everything. Yeah, anyway, so... I've got some materials on board. I think what I'll do... I'll head towards the island base. Because there's... diamond and... various things over there. Now, having said I had it over there, wasn't it? Is it by there that you find an underwater thing? Or, I don't know, Ginge said something about that. I know there's an underwater base that's tied to the survivors of the Degassi, and that you find stuff there. And what I really do want, of course, is the alien life containment thing, or whatever it's called. The big fish tank, essentially. And it's not even for holding fish necessarily. It's that you can put plants in there, and you could grow various kind of plants, which could be useful to you. Although, sadly, you can't... I found where the blood kelp is. You can't take blood kelp samples, so you can't grow your own blood kelp, unfortunately. But there are other things. I think I found some thingy. Some thingy stuff. Some stuff on thingy. That would be quite useful. Some acid mushrooms, except they're like deep acid mushrooms or something. So you know, you get an even better high from them or something. I don't know. Should we? Let's take the Seamoth out for a bit. Also, let's have a bit of food first. I think I'm going to need a new knife soon, actually. What's the 16%? Yeah, that's not going to last too much longer. Let's have that. The lantern tree is more for decoration than anything, honestly. If I couple potatoes, that should fill up the hunger bar. There we go. Yes, okay. I think what I'll do... So I've got a little storage locker. I'll take those. Where are we? Little storage locker on the Seamoth, and I'm not sure I can... No, you can't access it without exiting, basically.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So I'll stick some stuff in there, basically. I've also got 2 scrap in there, which I should probably take out. Although actually it can stay in there for now. Right, so what was I going to do? That was it, stick in the cured peepers. Maybe 2 spare batteries. So it's quite handy, that little external thing. So this is the power zappy thing, by the way, which is super useful. Especially when you've got an angry Reaper trying to eat your face. Oh, that looks like a thing. We should probably be in the Seamoth. That rather looks like a geezer. Which I think is fine if you're in the Seamoth, but if you're outside the Seamoth, you'll take some damage. But anyway, the RB quartz, which is obviously something we need right now. Oh, it's a bit toasty. Quickly swim across. Oh no, just caught the edge of that. No more behind me. Oh, there's that. What's that? You don't take a lot of damage from being too hot like that, fortunately. Titanium. Looks like there's some further deep caves. I've not really done a lot of cave exploring, and now I've got the Seamoth set up. It's something maybe I could potentially do more of. Copper. Back inside so I can get oxygen, but I think there's also a little bit of quartz up there. Yes, there is. So let's grab that. Right, so what kind of space has I've got left? Right. I've got no idea if this is a good place to try and find silver ore, but there's a fair few little outcrops down here. It's awfully dark, though. Oh, I'm just taking damage from being down here because I think it's so hot, but it's just very slow ticking damage, so... as long as I don't hang around here for too long... Oof. Bit toasty, you guys. Bit toasty. What's that? Hooray! It's useless gold. I mean, to say that gold actually does have some uses, but it's not overall that useful. This is where having a Seamoth is actually really good, because trying to get down here on the kind of endurance that you would have normally with just your oxygen tanks. Hey, silver ore! Bingo. We need at least one more silver ore, and then we can at least build a fabricator. There's another one. Oh, yeah, there we go. Another silver ore. God, there's loads here, isn't there? There's another bit. Gold. Space for a bit more. God, there's even more on the roof there. This is, yeah, apparently caves are the place to go if you want to find stuff. More gold! You find so much gold for how little you actually need it. Right, so there's all kind of jellyfish down here as well. Oh, where's that gone? More silver, excellent. I'm not sure if the jellyfish can hurt you or not, but let's, you know, be careful. I think the only thing that might be bad that's down here is crash fish, which are just annoying more than anything else. Gold. Is there any others I can see? The jelly things are weird anyway, they don't even... They just kind of like stick to the ceiling. Which is a bit, I don't know. Let's have some reclaimed, recycled water. Oh, there's some more up there. Boil in the bag human. That does indeed sound very tasty. Oh, there we go. There's a crash fish. In fact, there's a couple of crash fish pods there. Let's not get too close. Lead. Ooh. Copper. It looks like it goes a bit further, but we're starting to, like, the inventory's almost full, and we've got the silver ore that we need essentially, so there's a couple of bits here I missed first time round. So I'll grab those, titanium and titanium. So there's even more over on the other side, but we really are running out of inventory space, so... Oh, hello! That'd be, you know, the roof. I am driving so well today. Right, where are we? What year is this? I'm so lost and confused. Right.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Let us
All
dock
systems online.
and take this stuff downstairs. Which we mostly don't need. I might want to do one locker for just titanium and copper actually. If we'll put those in there, then put the rest in the other. Silver ore, lithium, magnetite. Okay, I'll actually hold on to the silver ore because we'll need that. In fact, I'll take the quartz over to the base as well. Okay. Oh, yes, I know what I was going to do. Kind of hoping I can repair the Seamoth from the bottom, maybe? No. I guess you can only repair it from outside. Which is a bit annoying, but anyway. So let's take our bounty back and wait, where am I going? Oh, it's over that way. You know what? We could probably just whiz over there with the Seamoth and it would actually be quicker. I have that suspicion. I think the Seamoth genuinely might be quicker. Right, let's do a quick bit of spit and polish. There we go. Right, which way? That way. I'm pretty sure this is quicker than the Cyclops, but the Cyclops is, you know, pretty big. And also, it does mean navigating through lots of shallow waters. Also just keeping a quick eye out, well, not a quick eye out, but a sneaky eye out for any bits of a quartz that I might have missed. I'll have that. Yeah, I quite like the hierarchy of this game. That even, you know, that once you get the Cyclops, suddenly the Seagull Eye kind of becomes useful, and the Seamoth remains useful. So it's like, even though you're building bigger is not necessarily better. Each of these things has its own kind of, you know, its own place. There are different applications.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Right. So what was it? An advanced wiring kit, or was it just let's quickly check. It's a wiring kit, and we could maybe do the medkit fabricator as well. We're probably not going to bother with a comms array. So it's those two of the things are the main things. Maybe at some point also a battery charger. So we want fiber mesh times 2. What's that? Computer chip needs some table coral. Fiber mesh is creep vine. So creep vine, well, I should just grab that now. Oh, I only got space for 3. That's why it wasn't giving me any. So, we do need the wiring kit. We can make a whole lot of fiber mesh. Some of these things I can put in the supplies cupboard. Oops. Quartz. Bit of titanium. I think I need a bit of gold for the computer chip. No, quartz. I need one bit of that quartz that I just put in another thing. And then table coral. Not quite denuded the immediate vicinity of table coral, but I mostly have. And then, oh yeah, we needed another bit of creep vine, didn't we? So once I've got the Fabricator on board, the... Oh, you know what? I forgot to lock the doors, you guys. So I'm just going to go joyriding with it. I tell you, it's definitely going to happen. Right. Yeah, we'll be able to build a Fabricator, which is, you know, it's a good start. I've got a medkit dispenser thing over at the island, the little hideaway that I made. So I think actually having just made that mesh, should we hang on to the silver ore instead? I might do, you know. Right, that's a wiring kit. What else was needed? Computer chip and 2 titanium. Right. So that's okay. So I was building a computer chip anyway. So having put the table coral away. Okay, I've put the things away that I needed, and that was very useful of me. Right. So we are making a computer chip. So that should be the wherewithal to make another fabricator. I think we'll do, I think I'll do that. I'll head to the island because we're sort of halfway in that direction anyway. We'll head over there and grab the bits that I need. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Is there anything else I want to take with me? Don't think so. Oh, actually, we'll take that plasteel ingot because I know we need plasteel for one of the upgrades. It's just I can't make upgrades yet. Or should I leave that here? No, I guess we'll leave that here then. Right. Okay. So that's what we're doing. We're heading off to the island.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Which is sort of the direction we were headed in anyway. Silly fish. Yeah, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced the hull upgrade on this does anything at all. Because I don't know if it's bugged or if I just don't understand what it's supposed to be doing. But if it's meant to be making your Seamoth take less damage, it doesn't seem to work. Oh, it's a bit of a cave. Where is that? Was that? Oh, that was the one I went down before. Yeah, of course it is, because it's the one right next to the Cyclops. Well, actually, before we go up, we'll just quickly buff out the dents with my laser. That's how you do that, of course. Right, so we're going to build that downstairs. Question is, where's a good spot? I guess just here. Nope. What's it saying I don't have? Oh, I'm a dunce. Did I didn't. Oh. Guess who left the wiring kit behind? Because I thought I was. I don't. I'm an idiot. Yeah. Okay. Let's just pretend I meant to do that because I really like going back and forth between the base. Yeah, this is a part. This is there's some. I mean, I've played games like this before where you end up sometimes making multiple bases, but this is the part I don't especially like about having multiple bases. Is you've suddenly got resources spread out all over the place, and it doesn't help if you're an idiot as well. Hello, stalkers. How would you like a little zap? That was a bit mean, but you know, screw stalkers. They're annoying. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so it would be really nice, really nice if there was some way of you know, having some kind of quantum thingy or whatever technobabble they want to come up with, where you can just have one giant inventory that you can easily share between different places. Right, so yes, I do want the wiring kit. I want to take the wiring kit with me because I'm a dummy. Goodness sake. Or even just, like, you know, teleporters. If you could build teleporters as some kind of end game thing to quickly jump between bases. That'd be quite handy, but games, you know, they don't tend to do that, unfortunately. Ooh, quartz. Random stalk tooth. We'll have that. Bit of salt. Oh! No! Go away! Shoo! Bad stalker! It's the stalker equivalent of a rolled up newspaper across the nose. Give him an electric shock. Yes, so anyway, yeah, that's the part where it starts to becoming annoying, having multiple bases, is having to transfer things between them. Oh, a bit more quartz. We'll have that. I've used most of the quartz that I've used in construction, basically, but obviously I'm not going to need that for the... oh, and there's even more quartz. I'm not going to need that for the Cyclops. But there are times when it'll be useful for building things inside, of course.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Okay, so second time lucky. We're gonna actually build a fabricator this time. No, that's the medkit thingy. There we go, fabricator. Ta-da! Bingo. So of course that's running off the Cyclops power systems. Actually, we'll dump the stuff we don't need. Wait, have I got... Why have I got some gold in one and some gold in the other? That doesn't make any sense. Right. Some reclaimed thing. I want to have some food soon as well. Oh, and also having made a... Apparently I already had a computer chip there, apparently. Well, that was good. You know what? I'm probably better off having the salt in a separate locker. Because we're able to make disinfected water, for instance. Although since I've gotten the still suit and the ability to grow food, I've not needed to make water so much, which is quite handy, really. Right, I'll just have 2 marble melons. Because some of the food has actually got a pretty good water content. So I'm not sure if there's anything else we want to build here necessarily. Let's just keep heading towards the island. And we'll just pinch the medkit from the medkit fabricator from there, I think. But yeah, given that you have magical, you know, you can kind of make stuff with magical wand beam things. What on earth's going on down there? Or is that just some... Oh, okay, it was just a weird little graphical artifact as the wreck spawned in place. Yeah, you have magical wands that can make furniture and bases and things, so why not have teleporters? That'd be cool though, that would be cool, just to be able to teleport back from one place to another. Though I imagine there would be a hell of a cost involved. Someone said in a comment, by the way, and I might have to try this in this this stream as well, that you can use the exterior grow bed things that you find underwater, and so of course, therefore, potentially, I don't know if you can just like place them underwater, and then the game just lets you be really silly and put regular plants in them, or if you can actually put underwater, like you can grow underwater plants in them. You can teleport in Minecraft. Can't you do something with Ender Eyes? I can't remember. Maybe you can. And of course, you can use the Nether portals If you build multiple portals, it because distance works differently in the Nether. Right, there's one of them Reaper Leviathan buggers around here somewhere. Well, hopefully he ought not to bother me while I am getting in and out of my submarine. So here we are, there's the thingamy base. For when you want to come out above the water, that it would actually be super useful to have some kind of... Oh no, it's not one of them, it's the teleporty buggers that are the ones that are here. Yeah, being able to like just pop out the side would be quite useful. There's a thing there, how did I miss that? Basalt gold, oh. Useless, useless gold. You can place them where you want and plant... Oh, so you can plant underwater plants in them. But it can attract stalkers. Well, we're not too worried about stalkers. Let's eat a potato. Oh, did I just drop the potato rather than eat it? I think I did. It's a bit of a fankle jumping up here. Nom 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 nom. Right.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I mean, I could have just stolen this fabricator as well, but it's quite useful to have a fabricator here. So, but the medkit fabricator is kind of more of a... Well, I don't necessarily need that here. Also check what I've got in this locker. Lots of gold. We'll actually dump this gold here as well, because we super don't need gold. Maybe steal those bits of salt. Is there anything else I particularly could take with me? No, it's a bit Spartan really. It's just a couple of plant pots and a bit of storage and a bed. There's not a lot there really. Mouse! Mouse! God, that looks so good. So these parts of the precursor base, I don't think the below water part... Like, there is a below water bit that you can get to, but I'm not sure it actually does anything. Right, why am I carrying fibre mesh? Don't know. Stick it in that random locker. Right, titanium. And also carrying 2 computer chips. Oh, wait. Why am I carrying fibre mesh? Because of course I deconstructed the thing. So I need the fibre mesh and however many. God, I am a dunce today. Right, 5 titanium. I'm just waiting for the inevitable. You know, that comment. I did leave myself open a bit there, didn't I? Right, so we could just stick that on any surface, except I think it'll look better on a flat surface. So let's stick it there. Yeah, I've got blood oil already, Ginge. I've got the ability to make benzene. Or I know where to go and get it anyway. Although there's not that much of it that's within the depth range of the Seamoth. So we just have 1 spare computer chip at the moment, which is fine. I'm sure we'll need that for something. Right. Oh, I was going to say, let's whack a bit off the bilbo tree, but no, I've already got lots of reclaimed water that I can use. So, there's some kind of... In fact, talking of blood oil... Something's making a noise. Are the exterior lights on? That's what I was going to check. Oh, no, that's the interior lights. It's sort of hard to tell at the moment. I think they're on. Yeah, they are on, yes. Well, let's not bash into the top of that thing. So we've got a depth of 500 meters, which I've not... I don't think I've like, we're gonna... you can go deeper. I think you can go down to like 700, maybe even 900 meters. But I've never been anywhere near that deep. So I don't know if there's like good stuff. Right. I could potentially go this far down in the Seamoth, but looks like we're getting quite close to the ground there. It's a bit of an unwieldy bugger, this. Right, I might need the cameras. There we go, keel camera. Well, there's some stuff down there. I can see a bit of lithium. It's a pity you can't zoom in and out with the cameras. That'd be useful. Whoa. May have slightly bashed into a rock there. I'm still getting used to the handling of this thing. Right, that is magnetite or whatever it's called. There's quite a lot of resources around this island, but there's also the warp squid things. It'd be nice if there was if you could set up a control so you could spin this thing round on the spot. Like with the shoulder buttons. Oh, hello. Oh, it's the little... It's those things. We don't care about those. So there's potentially lots of stuff there. Nothing super interesting so far. There's actually quite a lot of stuff around here that you could collect with the prawn suit as well. But,
Caution. Passing safe depth. Warning. Maximum depth.
Right, I know from watching... Who was it was playing that I was watching playing this? Ridge Dog, that was it. Because I've got the Seamoth in the hold, it gives you the warning for the Seamoth, even though the Seamoth is directed... not directed. Stowed, there we go. Where did directed come from? The Seamoth is stowed inside the hull, and so therefore it gives you warnings for the Seamoth. Also, what would be useful is if you had thrusters for moving from side to side. I think that's what I was trying to get at before. Because now I can't see anything. Instead, you just have to kind of spin around on the spot rather awkwardly, but translation thrusters would be quite useful. Right, where am I now? And how deep am I? .323 meters, so I'm deeper than I've been before. Except I've lost the bottom. Yeah, I've lost the bottom, which is a bit of a problem. Like, let's just surface and figure out where the heck I've managed to put myself. We should still be in the vicinity of the island, but I've got no idea where you go for this base. I know the precursor underwater base is at a depth of 700 meters, which we can't get to yet. But I'm wondering if I can get to the other base. Right, there we go. Whee! God, there's a bit you can't do like an external camera. You can see quite how far out the water you just jumped. Right, so if I take a quick look. The conning tower camera. Okay, the island's over there, so we've kind of just wandered slightly north. I don't think there's anything here. Or if there is, it's deeper than I can actually go. Oh. Oh yeah, when you back off using the cameras, it then takes you off the helm control as well. Okay, so there's the wreck of the Aurora. I'm not sure what else. I'd quite like to. I'm not sure if the underwater island base of the survivors of the Degassi made, if that's over by the floating island or not. It's going to take a ways to travel over there. I just kind of wanted to find somewhere that's relatively deep down, but that we can actually take a look at. And I know we're in the vicinity of the underwater floating islands, but I'm not sure. It's like the underwater lights almost make it harder to see sometimes. Oh, that's something glowy down there. What's that? Oh wait, that's the moon pool entrance to the island. Okay, I know where we are now. Ish. I wonder if it makes it easier turning off the internal lighting to see out. Not really. It doesn't like reduce glare or anything like that. You know what? I'm just gonna sleep and wait for the daytime. This is why we put a bed in here, so I can sleep and, you know. The forest of mushrooms. Those are the kind of glowy stalk things. Because I think I know where that is, more or less. Oh, also, if I take one of those and then bash the last one for the seeds. Okay. I don't even need really the plant pots, you know, just the 4 wall planters for the marble melon seeds would probably be sufficient for most food purposes, but you know, a bit of variety is nice. Right, so I think I kind of want to go this way. Oh no, that's ascending rather than descending. Tail camera. And that's the island.
Caution. Passing safe depth. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
It does seem like it would be a good idea if they would give you the depth indicator while you're using the cameras. No, that's all magnetite. I've got a bunch of magnetite back at the base, so I don't think I need any more. Well, that looks like a pretty steep drop off. God, that's gone very blue. I don't know how you tell where you've reached the edge of the map or not, if it just like drops off to infinity essentially. Right, I think I'm sort of heading where I want to go. Yeah, that is just dropping straight down, so I think this is edge of the map kind of area. There's a couple of places where you find some very odd looking terrain where it looks almost like it's, you know, procedural generation gone wrong, which it probably isn't. Anyway, there's one of those whatchamacallit, squid boys, one of the squid boys. What? Telly squids. Because they teleport and they're squids, so therefore they're telly squids, right? That makes sense. Some very odd looking terrain down there. I'm not entirely sure where I am. I think I'm going where I want to. Or am I just skirting around the edge of the map? Vaguely lost. That's a possibility. I really hope that in some later update, I mean, having external... I'm guessing you can have some kind of external sonar thing, because you can have that on the Seamoth as well. But just having something that gives you a map that maps the seabed as you go along. I think I'll probably say this in a previous stream as well. That would be extremely useful. What kind of depth am I at the moment? 412 meters. So we're actually about as, I think about as deep as I've ever been. So let's get a snack. Feeling peckish. Peckish for potatoes. This message has been brought to you by the Chinese Potato Marketing Board. Yeah, I don't know. He's laughing because he's pulled all the wires out of my sonar. That sounds about right. Director Coulson. Oh, 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 oh. I think that's blood kelp. Yeah, that's blood kelp. I've sort of come in the right direction, I think. See, I don't know how you... I've been unable to take samples of blood kelp. So I'm not sure if it's possible to grow your own blood kelp. There we go. Right, are there any nasty things around here? I'm almost going to need more lockers because blood kelp takes up a huge amount of space. And it's funny because you look at the things and you think that's... okay, there's the nasty little bitey buggers are around here. They're going to be annoying. Did I bring the stasis rifle with me? I do believe I did. Right. Well... yeah, there it is. Or I could even use the propulsion cannon and just, you know... Right, we'll take the other tank because we're fairly deep and I think you go through your oxygen quicker at these depths. Okay, that should be alright. I'll save it as well because I've not saved it for a little while. Hey, Wise Dax? Visadax? Don't know how you say that exactly. Welcome, anyway. Right. Wow, this is so much blood kelp. And that looks awfully like a bioreactor fragment. Oh, that's the scanner. Nuclear reactor fragment? Oh, baby! Oh, definitely going to save after finding that. Is that another one? Nuclear reactor fragment 2! Oh! Right, I've got... because I collected a bunch of this stuff, uranite. Which apparently, you know, you can just handle these radioactive crystals with no health and safety concerns whatsoever. Right, I think you need 3 of these to make, like, benzene, but they take up a lot of space. I do find it also slightly strange that huge big thing and, like, tiny little thing take up exactly the same amount of inventory space. If we've got space for one more, we do. Ghost weed. So we can scan that. Right, also I'd better get back in because I'm running low on oxygen. Wow, I'm the first ever English speaking person to say your name correctly. Well, I do have a fair few German viewers, although don't necessarily always get names correct even so, but you know, I do try and give it a go. Right, so rather than carry this massive bulky stuff around... Oh, hello, submarine, that's new. Cyclops pressure compensator. I've got the doings for that. Maybe... Oh, I was thinking there's some kind of special thing, but no, I think you just maybe have to build a fabricator on board and it automatically, if you've got the blueprints. We could... I've actually got a plasteel ingot and aluminium oxide all the way back at the base, so we could do that. But first we're going to fabricate some benzene. Oh, that's right, because I picked up 5, so I can't quite do all of... Right, what else have I got? Quartz. I'll dump the quartz in that locker. Benzene, I guess we'll stick there. Uranite crystal will stick there. Right, we'll get some more. We'll pick up a bit more blood oil. Oh, it's a Dutch name. Okay, well, you know, Dutch, German, practically the same thing, right? Right, that's a thing. What's that? Is that just a weird glowy nodule that I can't do anything with? Well, I mean, having said you're a new viewer, and me having now said Dutch, German, same thing, right? I suspect, you know... It was nice of you to drop in. I suspect you're now furiously unsubscribing, writing an angry letter of complaint to your local something, newspaper. More quartz. Bit of gold. So much gold. Diamond. Them's fighting words. I could make a joke there that would just... No, I won't. I'll restrain myself. God, there's a lot of quartz around here. Can hold 2 more bits of quartz. Oh, where are we? Straight above me. Well, thank you. Also, Dutch is just weird German. Well, you know, you could turn that on its head and say German's just weird Dutch. It's equally true. I'll actually turn some of this quartz into glass. Right, I'm not sure what we're going to need all this benzene for. I've actually got some other lumps of blood oil back at the main base as well. Is there anything else we can make just now? Right. Glass. Diamond. Stick the gold there. And we'll stick the benzene there. It's odd that it gives you all these lockers and then there's such skinny lockers that just kind of like sort of... Here this is useful except not really that useful. Right. I could gather a few more bits. I don't... You know what? I do want to see if I can't... If I get maybe 3 more, which would be enough for another thing of benzene. But yeah, I wouldn't really... I don't know if I just was not doing it right the last time, but... No, I don't think you can get samples of these. So... Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so, yeah, being able to go deeper is quite useful for getting blood oil. Not that I've got much use for it at the moment, but I'm certain it will come useful later on. So let's head back to the base, build the pressure compensator thing, and then I might actually wrap up the stream at around that kind of stage because we're almost at 2 hours. Is the the Cyclops it's the biggest thing you can build, yeah, for now anyway. I think the eventual plan is that you'll be able to build a rocket once the game is a bit more kind of polished and complete. That's fine. Actually, we'll leave that in there. Right, so, I know what I'll do. Quartz and 2 titanium is what I need there. Or I could maybe even, having built glass, I don't need to skimp and build a small cabinet. I could build a big cabinet. That's the other cabinet I put the glass in, wasn't it? Right. Oh, and yeah, I don't need that quartz then. That's fine, right. Completely being decisive right now. I was just thinking it'd be quite useful to build a locker up here as well. If I can place it correctly. That'll do. A bit more storage. Right, so we need a bit of a snack. And we'll head back to the base, we'll build this thing, and then yeah, in some future stream, having built the depth, whatchamacallit, I'll be able to go even deeper. Did I turn off the exterior lights? Just wondering why I'm not getting any. Oh, there we go. Yes, apparently I had. I probably in between streams will also. Oh, hello. I will probably also charge up the power cells as well. Right, that's a telesquid. I'm just going to go with telesquid. I saw a thing. Let's take a look at the keel camera. The only way to tell how deep I am really at this point is if it starts giving me a depth warning. Oh, there's some little... I swear I saw a thing. There's more blood oil. Yeah, that's a thing down there. Let's save it. I'm just gonna, you know, just gonna be slightly paranoid and save it. Once you've reinforced the hull, you can just go out. Like, you don't appear to need to. Oh, yeah, that's like a giant sea cucumber, and then I don't know what the other thing is. Oh, it's the crab. I've seen that on somebody's. I think it was on Rich Dog's stream. He encountered the giant crab. Yeah, they're having a bit of a Barney. Some kind of giant electric sea cucumber and a crab, and they're having a bit of a disagreement. The jelly crab, or whatever it's called. I kind of want to see this fight. I do. I mean, I quite like that the you know, things will be hostile towards each other. I've got no idea what the electric sea cucumber is, though. Oh, I thought it might be coming to say hello to me, but no. There's always a bigger fish. That's probably, like, of all the Star Wars prequel films, that's probably the best quote, to be quite honest. Oh, and there's more of them as well. Yeah, they do not like Mr. Jellyhead. Mr. Jellycrab. Mr. Jellyhead, that's totally his name now. Oh, hello. Did I crash into something? Anyway, so, God, that's a bit weird looking. It's Mr. Krabs, everybody! But yeah, they're clearly not happy with each other. I've got no idea what the sea cucumber things are. There's another crab jelly thing. God, they're weird looking. Plot twist, you've been on Naboo the entire time. That would be a plot twist. God, that's like the ultimate boss. That'd be like the ultimate terror. Is that just, you know, Jar Jar Binks floats up in front of your view screen. At which point you go, no! And realise that you truly are trapped on a hellish place. Right, this is the bit where I've been before. Where I got blood oil from before. These little floating islands. Underwater floating islands, whatever you want to call them. Because they're just about within the depth range of the Seamoth. Yeah, it's not the fastest mode of transport, the Cyclops. But you're big enough that apparently the big predators don't want to touch you. And you can actually build stuff inside and just float around serenely. Oh, hello, that's a bit of wreckage. I think I've been to this one before. Did the light switch off in between you going outside? Or something? Oh wait, were they already on? Yeah, they're on now, but I don't need them to be on, so I can actually turn them off. It's fine. It'd be nice if there was some toggle where you didn't have to actually step away from the... Why would you have the light controls over there? It's super awkward, actually. Yeah, I've been in that one. The door's open. How about building some explosives? I don't think you can, unfortunately. There is a way of disabling it, but it means getting to the deeper base. And we don't have... We can't do that yet. But once I've built the depth upgrade, I think I'll be able to. But I think I also need to find the blueprints for the... specifically the upgrade station. I'm actually just going to nip out and get... Oh, there's several bits of titanium scrap there. I think I left some titanium scrap sitting in the Seamoth as well. And... actually, yeah, we'll do that. We'll remove the stuff from the sea. Like, it's kind of annoying because you can remove that stuff when you're in the moon pool, but...
Welcome aboard, Captain.
If you want to get access to your Seamoth inventory, otherwise, yeah, I'll have to take those out. And then we have to repark the Seamoth. Just sort of annoying.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Right. Any time today, frame rate. God, it really does take a while sometimes. You can go much deeper in that area, and there's on the bottom there's a huge thing. I bet it's friendly, right? It's bound to be so friendly, because that's what this game does. If it's you know, well, having said, if it's I sort of I was trying to be, you know, sarcastic there, but the Leviathan, not Leviathans, the, you know, the whale things. Big kind of like manta ray whales. Don't know what to call them exactly. I know they've got an actual name, but I can't remember it right now. Those are, well, they're not friendly, but they're not not friendly. Right, you little bugger. I see you. Boing. Do you like doing that? Are there any other like super close by bits? There's mostly salt around here, I think. Yeah. Right. We'll turn one of those into a titanium ingot because I know we need a plasteel ingot for the upgrade. So there's one of the upgrades that's like 10 plasteel ingots. So we'll stick that in there for now. What we could do with some food again. There we go. Yeah, it turns the lights off. No, wait, did I turn the lights off that time? No, wait, I did. Yeah, okay. Never mind. I was about to say something and then, you know, I kind of said it anyway. I made myself sound like an idiot, so that was good. Only you, Cyberwraith, only you would know that. I don't even know if that's true or not, but I'm not going to look it up. More titanium there, but I'm not going to bother. We're just going to head back. Right, we're fairly close at this point. Whoa, hello. I don't know if you can, like, damage the thing to the point where... Why is there so many stalkers around? That's weird. You can damage the thing to the point where you need to... Well, I'm not sure if it's got a repairable hull or not, but... one would assume so. It was true in Legends, but it's non-canon now. Nerd fight, nerd fight, nerd fight. It's going to be funny for the VOD because, of course, I can see the chat. You guys can see the chat, but people on YouTube won't be able to see the chat, so they'll have absolutely no idea what the hell I'm talking about or what the hell you were talking about. And I'm just going to leave it that way. It's just going to be a mystery. It's your own fault for not tuning into the stream. Hypothetical YouTube viewers. Right, so, we're down to about half power now, but I'll do all the charging and whatever off stream. So, plasteel ingot, aluminium oxide, and I think we've actually got both of those things already available. Pretty sure I've got a plasteel ingot already. Yep, there it is. And then aluminium oxide is somewhere. I'm not sure I brought any of those aboard with me, but yeah. So that it's not available as an option on that. So it just automatically put a fabricator in here, and it makes the extra options available, which is kind of cool. No, it's the fabricator I wanted. So Cyclops pressure compensator, and then I think with having the upgrade for that available, I think that will be something I can build once I've got an upgrade station. And there's also something else I can upgrade as well. I can't remember what it is now. Anyway, let's go and install this thing. And boom. Crush depth now 900 meters. Nice. And you can get it even deeper than that, apparently. Just for you, Visadax, if I'm remembering how to say that correctly, I will, I'll give you a little look-see at the base. So, yeah, it's actually, sort of, it's kind of silly. Like, this is the main base area, and then in one of the previous streams I built just all the way over there, because there's a geyser over there. So, yeah, we've got the main kind of habitation area, I guess you could call it, is in here. So that's where the grow beds are and the bed and everything. This was the original base module, this tube right here, and then I just kind of expanded from that point, so it's a bit messy. That double stacked room is going to be, once I've unlocked the blueprint for it, that's where the big aquarium tank is going to be. This obviously is the moon pool with a little thingamy room there. What's that called again? An observatory. There we go. I've got an observatory room there. We've got a topside segment with another little kind of observatory area. It's even got a chair. I can just sit and contemplate the world if I want to. Well, I was actually quite close to bashing into topside, which I didn't mean to be. There's a bit of a bug still with this, in that if you build components up through the surface of the water, it does this, which doesn't look entirely right, but whatever. So inside, yeah, it's all, you know, pretty much as you've seen it, and then all the way through the tubes. It's probably easier if I go outside, actually. There's another big room at the end of this, which you can just about see over there. And the legs have all disappeared, but I'm guessing the game designer, like, the legs sometimes just disappear anyway as a bug with the game. But I'm thinking with the way the game operates, it probably like has different little chunks that it stores the information for, and these are probably in a different chunk. So eventually I might have some stuff in there. I could put a bioreactor in there, for instance, or maybe a nuclear reactor, because I found some, you know, I found the nuclear reactor fragments, and I've also got a little thermal reactor thing over there as well. And also, it would kind of make sense if I had a thing where it was like, this is the nuclear reactor over here, and having it not be near the rest of the base, because you wouldn't necessarily want to be sleeping on top of a nuclear reactor. So yeah, it's all right. It's come along okay, but there are people out there that I've seen like videos for that have got much more impressive bases than I do. So it's mostly, you know, it's this big long corridor, which is why I've christened the base a series of tubes. So yeah, I think we'll end things here, because we've now got the capability to go deeper, much deeper, as I'm sure Little Mark in particular will appreciate. He likes it when you go deep, or so I've heard. And hopefully you have enjoyed the stream. It's actually been quite fun messing around with the Cyclops, and it's quite nice to have gotten as far as upgrading it a bit as well. There's still plenty to find, though. We've still got to get that gosh darned big fish tank, and the modification station, and there's probably some other bits and pieces that I don't know about as well. So thank you all for tuning in. I had better go back to doing video things now at this point. I've got a Mutsu preview video to work on, so that's the thing that may or may not appear tomorrow. We'll see. But you should keep your eyes peeled on my YouTube channel anyway, so go and check that out, and the VOD will be appearing there as well if you missed any of this. So yeah, just remains for me to say thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a good day wherever you are, and I'll see you next time.